Hello to all. Hello, Odd Garrett. We're very, very likely to finish today, right? Isn't that my favorite? It's different. It's a loading screen we haven't seen, I'm pretty sure. How that should I just change that to the name of the stream? We should finish this today. I've said it so many times. Not just for this game, but for all games in existence. But wow, that scared me. There are probably only like right? Yeah, why don't I? Like rotate it and so it'll be sideways? I'll think about it. Speaking of, I would normally have a another game lined up, but I didn't think to do that. So, I got this one already? I do. I don't need one yet? Alright. So then we probably won't finish this within the hour then, is what you're saying. That one down there is the gun, right? I'm wise to you. Right? 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 It's not. It's a thing. I thought it was the gun that I can't pick up. No, what was I going to do today? I have to go around and talk. In addition to going and grabbing these last dozen or so pickupables, I also need to go talk to probably Doom Jazz first, right? Am I near him? My list of leads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 potential leads. Oh, also, I guess I kind of forgot about this. This whole, like, all of these other leads that aren't labeled potential leads, I may be able to, you know, what do you call it? These may all be things that I can go do. Also, wait, did I talk to her? Yeah, I definitely did. Talk to her at the end of last stream. It's also possible, just speculating, that there is a whole second chapter and that I just didn't unlock it when I beat the game the first time because I did such a bad job. Oh. It sounded like I was cracking that skull as I walked down it. I'm sorry, sir. Wasn't there... I thought there was one right near me that I was descending onto. Perhaps not. Oh, this is what I just went up. So, hey, how are there some here that I haven't... Where are they? Not in here? They are in-ish? Not quite. Oh, you know what? Was there another exit that doesn't involve coming this way? Instead of taking these bridges, was there another... No, the top just leads to that place where you do the puzzle. So I passed them. Let's go outside. I've gotten on top of this building before, right? That'll help. Forgot about the meditation power. Tragic. I'm sure I forget about things too. So, are those the two that I'm seeing? Okay. Oh, and a Shinji. Oh, and is up here where I'm supposed to... up here is where I'm supposed to notice that this is where somebody looked at the obelisks from. And there's more tire tracks! This cliff overlooks the obelisks and the nightmare computer. Lydia is the only one on the island with a car. Looks like this is where the remote access into the obelisk terminal was from. A nice clear line of sight. Looks like Lydia found a spot up here 2 days ago and accessed the nightmare computer that holds the secret to the second holy seal. Maybe the crime last night was set up in advance. Lydia, 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 all in red. I expected better. What's going to happen to anyone you find guilty in the trials? Boom. The penalty will be death. The Syndicate takes a grave view on the mass murder of the Council. Know what I think? People masquerade execution as justice. The death penalty is bloodlust, pure and simple. Nah. Gets the job done, though. It's all part of justice. Believe what you want. Love dies. Peace. So that was nice of them to put a Shinji over here by... Obviously, this doesn't generate a heart. Doodle-doo. Run real low on... Oh, two down there. I was gonna say, how could I have missed these, but I spent most of the game not trying really hard to pick things up. Just because there's so many when you start the game. Power Goat. Greatest of all time. Soda. With additives to give you an energy boost. You too can have the power of the Holy Goat. Oh, was that the final vending machine? We're getting a super clue? Lady Love Dives, well done on drinking every drink. You must need to pee something hellish. See you on Perfect 25. That was it? That was it. Boarding point for boat trips. Boat ride shut down. I've already seen this. The blue! The ocean is so blue. More blue than it has any right to be. Maybe a god lies buried beneath that sand. I will check. No gods. No gods or kings. Only man. So where am I going? I see they have exclamation points too. I suppose that's the indicator that you, you know, would gain something from going and talking to that person. It will seem weird if we wind up executing Lydia. Like, seems like we're friends with her. Impossible to be friends with a murderer. Naturally. Dr. Doom Jazz. Lots of things to talk to him about. I've been told that you're in love with Akiko. I assume you paid for that secret? It's none of your business, or anyone else's. It has nothing to do with your case. Would you kill the council for revenge for the death of your father? We're cutting right to the meat of it. You've got some guts coming onto my yacht, flinging bullshit like that around. Just doing my job, Doc. I'm not a killer. Never have been, never will be, regardless of what happened to my father. Even if it put Akiko in harm's way? Jumped into some pretty big conclusions and exhausting my goodwill. My personal life and feelings are none of your business. I didn't kill the council, and there's nothing in this world that would make me a killer. I was a battlefield medic, but I didn't carry a weapon. I've seen the nightmare of death, and I do not intend to inflict it on anyone else, no matter what. This conversation's over. Now, to continue the conversation, what about that suspicious clinic door? The back door to your clinic, the connection to the Nightmare Council console that logs at who enters and exits the Syndicate HQ has been broken. Is it really? I had no idea. Sure you didn't. Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding driver? Can't say I did. They're pretty unusual. No one else has said that they did. Is there a database of DNA or blood samples for everyone on the island? You want to run some blood? Wish I could help. Just after the crisis meeting last night, parts of the central servers started corrupting. That's convenient, isn't it? I became aware of it because the terminal in my lab does an automated backup in the early hours. I got a report that the backup failed. I took a look at it, and part of the medical archive had corrupted. What about the backup? Oh, it's on the moon. The moon went down. Okay. We'll wait till it comes back up. The corruption spread not to all of the moon database. I can still access most of the files on there. Where is the server on the island? In the caverns under the island. Oh, really? Are there caverns under the island? Only entrance is via the Deep Factory, and that's under lockdown. Oh. Why? The Deep Factory is shut down at the end of the island. Only 4 people can unlock it. Councilmember Makin Origin ran Masahiro, but her dead body is up in the council penthouse. Same with Pandora, too. She ran Dead Nebula and the Deep Factory. Nicolina Rose is second in command of Dead Nebula, but they're on the next island. Lydia took them early on. That might be one of the 2 people who talks whenever I find alcohol. Balthazar Tears was Makin's. He's on the next island as well. I'll go to the 25th island and bring them back. And they can open up the Deep Factory so I can find out what the hell's going on with that server. Not so fast, Love Dies. No one leaves this island. Judge's orders. Besides, you need Lydia to take you to the next island. And she's on your list of suspects, right? So what do I do about this server? 2 options. Chalk it up to bad luck and coincidence, or let it fuel a dreadful yet all-consuming conspiracy. I'll go for the second one. Keep on trucking. Did you examine the dead guards at the First Holy Seal? Nope. Akiko wouldn't let me. Why? She said that's military jurisdiction. She didn't want the corpses of her soldiers disrespected with a post-mortem. Akiko has done a terrible job of remaining free from suspicion. Even though there could be evidence? In her mind, she's already got the case solved. Henry's behind bars, and he clearly did it. Do you believe that? Not much into beliefs, Love Dies. I'm waiting to see what truth you find. Alright. Second seal. What do you know about the second Holy Seal? Not a thing. What do you know about the third? Oh, this one has a ton of stuff. The third Holy Seal is a blood lock coded to Council blood. Makes sense. Who's got Council blood? Is this a trick question, Love Dies? Only the Council. What if that wasn't true? Are you asking if someone secretly has Council blood? That's a stretch. What about you? Do you keep samples of the Council blood? I do, for medical reasons. They're locked down, though. Could someone have taken one? They're under high security. Anything suspicious recently? Nope. Anyone been in your clinic who shouldn't be in there recently? Nope. Although I did catch Sam in there. He was just picking up his prescription, though. Can you check that the Council blood samples are all accounted for? Let me just pull up the inventory on my phone. Sorry, the app is taking ages to load. That's odd. There's one missing. But the security alarm didn't go off. Who '(S) sample is missing? I will not stand for that. Who is sample is missing? Kafka Memories with a K. There's an anomaly with Kafka's login to the blood lock. This is bad, Love Dies. You don't need to tell me. This puts you and or Sam at the scene. I had nothing to do with this. A blood sample from your clinic was found on the seal. You found Sam snooping in your clinic. Maybe he took the sample and used it? Well, sure as hell wasn't me. Do you give Sam blood? Yes, I do. He has a rare condition. You might have noticed he has no flesh, and his skeleton is bright red. I did notice. I thought it would be impolite to mention it. The council approved letting him have citizen blood that is like bloodletting that is let in the temple. He developed this condition a few sequences ago. I suspect his body is starting to give out. Why don't we know who Henry's father is? You mean, why wasn't that tracked like every other birth? Yes, you're the doctor after all. When she gave birth, she said she didn't know who the father was. What about DNA? The test came up blank. Isn't that concerning? DNA, none. Very. Not a lot I can do, though. Why would a DNA test come up blank? We missed someone and don't have them recorded. I don't think this is important, Love Dies. I'm not sure how this relates to the council murder. What if someone deliberately kept the birth a secret, like you? Why would they do that? Someone having an affair they shouldn't be? It's a possibility, but they'd need some high-level clearance for that. Or access to you. That's quite the accusation, investigator. I think Aiz Kiwami is Henry's father. What? The blood samples match. The only place you could have gotten a sample of Kiwami's blood is from his grave. You broke into my best friend's grave to get a blood sample? You desecrate the resting place of someone I consider a brother to run around with some conspiracy theory? Well, it did have brackets around it, and anything with brackets around it, I pick up. We're done here. I like you, investigator, and I'll help you with any genuine lines of inquiry you have, but I won't tolerate this. Let's continue talking. You examined Grace bloodlines when Henry killed her, right, Doc? Nasty one for sure. Was there anything odd about the scene or the victim? You mean, odd for a case of demonic possession? I didn't get to examine the scene for long. Akiko was in a rush to contain the area, and it was a pretty open and shut case. The markings on Grace were strange, though. In what way? Henry's other victim, his mother, had the same sigils scorched into her skin as Henry. Grace had those sigils, but they weren't scorched. They looked like they had been carved with a blade. The demon inside Henry burns with a cosmic fire, and Henry's victims received the same branding. So if he killed the council, they'd all carry the sigils? Depends on how he did it. I don't have a lot of evidence to support this, but I expect the sigils to only be scorched on victims he had sustained close contact with. A cut and run probably wouldn't do it, but a strangulation would. I should mention that I would expect the inhibitors to prevent or limit the scorching of those sigils into victims. So why were Grace's sigils cut into her? I wrote it off to the madness of demonic possession. We don't know a whole lot about this kind of thing, so I figure he carved them himself as a kind of ritual. I can't say for sure, though. Thanks for your help, Doc. What do you know about a photo taken of Grace's throat during your examination? I took photos, but they were confiscated by Akiko, classified or whatever. I found one on the Marshal's server. Can I get your opinion on it? The bruising on the throat looks odd. It's because the fingers that did it aren't uniform. In normal strangulation bruising, you can see areas of pressure from the fingertips and the knuckles. The pressure on these is misaligned. This is normally because the attacker is wearing jewelry. Specifically, in this case, a ring on their wedding ring finger. Their wedding ring finger? You couldn't just say ring finger? What about power armor? No, the gauntlets on the Marshal's power armor are gloves with armor plates on top of the hands. Who wears a wedding ring? Or wore a wedding ring? This was 10 years ago. Force seal? You know any gods? Whoever it was, what's her name? Goat Idol said, anybody who says that they don't know anything about the Fourth Holy Seal is lying. And so far, everyone that we've talked to has said, I don't know anything about the Fourth Holy Seal. Witness? I don't know. Sam, is it Sam Lydia? I don't know. Whoops. Carmelina? I don't know. Know anything about demons on the island? So this is because we went to the thing and found a dead demon. And we are supposing that everyone in there was actually killed by that demon. Its claws. What are you talking about? The marshals killed them all, didn't they? Oh, he had nothing on that. Hangout. How's the investigation going? Caught a bad guy yet? I think I got some handcuffs somewhere around here if you need them. How many people have you used them on? Only a few special ones. Still not settled down then? Not that kind of guy. Too much to experience. Small island. Not that much to experience. Every person's unique. Each island has a lot of new people. Relationships with citizens are forbidden. You want me to get the handcuffs? You want to take me in? You replaced your arms. Ah, of course, he could crush his arm and use it to get out of handcuffs or a bracelet that triggers a bomb in his stomach. An updated model by MHI. They have improved haptics in the fingers. Strictly for medical purposes, I'm sure. Want to test them? No. Trying to solve a mass murder. Goodbye. I am enraptured by you, besotted, enthralled. Does this mean you have information for me? Yes. Maybe there's something I can help you with. Probe the doctor. Akiko's in trouble. She's been mixing business and pleasure. The council found out. They're planning on stripping her of her authority on the next island. This is about her relationship with Captain Voth? So you know. And who told you? I asked Kiwami a while before he died. He gets loose-lipped after a drink. And who told Akiko? I get loose-lipped around a woman in power armor. Thank you, Doctor. May the cosmos be a mystery, and may you reach the moon. Especially because there's files on it. So let's see. I should go to Akiko and Henry. There's going to be a ton of information there. And at some point, where's the Deep Factory? I should be able to get in there somehow. I do have the punching gloves. Am I going to punch my way in there someday? It's possible. Also, have I been over? I mean, I must have if I touched a phone. Any hearts over here? None? No hearts? Heartless? Crows?
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
We have so many things to talk to her about. Does your relationship with Captain Voth have anything to do with this? Nanomachines. An illicit relationship that got found out would be punishable. I'll kill you. Careful. You were found out. You were going to be punished next island for your relationship with your marshals. That gives you a clear motive. Kill the council to protect yourself. Esti Plinderat. Which means, you are full of shit. You don't know anything. I live by the rules. I am a woman of honor. We'll see about that. You've been asking for the marshals to be inducted, haven't you? It's a reasonable request. We guard these islands. Also, I sleep with them. But you've been denied. What if there was an incident that prompted the council to reconsider? The crime to end all crimes on the eve of Perfect 25, for example? I admire you, nanomachines. You believe so fully in all sorts of little stories and fantasies. It must be nice being so credulous, undaunted by the world. Is that a denial, then? Of course. What about you wanting to expand the roles of the marshals? Where have you pulled that from? You want exorcism to be a martial role. It makes sense. We hunt them. Might as well do the next step. Sounds to me like you're making a land grab to boost the importance of the marshals. Believe what you want, nanomachines. Man, there's going to be so much to talk to her about. Let's get the Holy Seal stuff out of the way. What about the second Holy Seal? I know the Labagui in the cell got through it and killed the council. I also know you're wasting your time and not executing him. Do you know anything about the third Holy Seal? I know this Labagui went through it. Labagiu went through it and killed the council. What do you know about the fourth Holy Seal? Say Contantia Ansta. I said, what does it matter? Whatever it was, this Labagiu went through it and needs to be executed. Serious trebuchet Antino nanomachines. Thanks for speaking nonsense at me. What can you tell me about the guards at the First Holy Seal? Soldiers of honor, my two most trusted soldiers. Romanian? Could be. They say all kinds of things in Rome. How did Henry get the jump on two highly ranked marshals? It's easy to judge and mock when you haven't lived through hell, nanomachines. A demon is a vile foe. Unpredictable, frenzied, blood-crazed, my marshals will have fought valiantly, but an unknown foe overcame them. Unknown? Demons come from all corners of the heavens. It is impossible to know how each acts or fights. Why haven't the bodies of the marshals been cleared away? Judge ordered me to leave them for you to investigate. I protested. They deserve better than to be poked at by someone playing detective. Why didn't you let Doomjazz examine the dead bodies of the martial guards? There was no need. They had been carved up by the monster, who, as I keep saying, is in custody. Surely even the investigation freak can say see it apostrophe S and open and shut Kate. No, wait. It is. That one's fine. Approved. Papers, please. Stamp it green. If it was, I wouldn't be here. No, the blood doesn't match. I took a blood sample from the dead marshals. They don't match marshal records. What rahat is this now? I don't think those dead bodies are marshals. That is total rahat, investigator. It's not, Akiko. Something is wrong here. What the hell's going on? You're the thing that's wrong here, nanomachines. Swaggering around out of exile, making fantasy out of truth. I'm saying Starlight got it wrong. Your little pocket calculator is wrong. Starlight connects to the central... It's wrong. Can I see your sword? There better be a stunning reason why you're asking, nanomachines. I'm checking a lead about the weapon used to murder the marshals. Do not disgrace the memory by chasing wild theories. Akiko! New Makundusa Naboon, investigator here. This sword has seen some use. The blade is nicked. Dun dun dun. A nicked blade is consistent with the neck wounds on the marshals. Thank you, Akiko. Do you think the knife used to kill the first Holy Seal marshals was the one taken by Henry? It's like I'm talking to myself sometimes. Of course I do. Can you describe it? It's a smooth-bladed combat knife. Well, that don't match. You're positive about the smoothness of the blade? Yes, Listus Christos. It hadn't been used before now. My old knife became damaged during a training exercise recently. What happened with the prisoners you removed from the barracks prison? We went into the barracks. I can't... Well, she'll tell us. It's classified. Yeah. Why were they removed? Investigator, they were there being processed before the slaughter ritual. We don't just open the prison gates and let them wander over to the temple. They were removed before the slaughter ritual. What happened to them? They were processed, then returned to their cells. The logs don't show them being returned. You don't have access to the full martial network, so you can't prove that. You also don't get to question how I run my army. Tell me about you and Voth. Captain Voth. Magar, don't you dare speak about my marshals without proper rank. You were in a relationship with him. Relationships between myself and the marshals is expressly forbidden. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. Watch yourself, nanomachines. A lot of murders happen on this island. Would anyone notice some pizza investigator going missing? I would. I need my pizza investigated before I eat it. Why wasn't the maintenance grate checked before the council entered the building? It was, several days ago. It's since been tampered with, and your marshals didn't catch it. It's a security breach on your watch. I'll look into it. A little late now. What about this demon? Know anything about demons on the island? We exterminated them, nanomachines. Oh, that was it. Where did you say you were when you phoned witness? You make my life unbearable. Smug face. That's an investigator's job. I called him as I left the desolation cell. Well, I've been able to access your phone records. They say you were elsewhere. Nanomachines. Where? Why don't you tell me where you really were? I was here. How did you access that data? Running witness's phone through a comms tower. Esty Prost, you tried to backtrace the position of an encrypted phone through a comms tower? Of course the location is different. The encryption bounces the signal around. I'll take your word for it. Will I? Does the doc have a motive for killing the council? I don't have anything to say about the doctor. I found a photo of you in his boat. I have nothing to say, nanomachines. Do you two have a history? I said, I have nothing to say, nanomachines. It's true, she did say that. She even said it in English. Did you see the doctor last night? I told you, he came to examine Henry after we found the Labague. That was after the murder. Did you see him before? No, I was busy. Did you know about a back door in Doomjaz's clinic? That Pula. He brought the power grid down a few years ago. When it came back online, that computer blew out. He was ordered to get the door fixed, but he never did. How did he bring down the power? The reality folding drive kicks out an unfathomable amount of power, but the grid is fragile. A fine balance is maintained. The doctor tapped into the HQ's grid for some tests he was doing that needed extra juice. There are official channels to go through to get extra power, but he doesn't care. When he gets excited about something, the Syndicate moves too slowly for him. When he fired up his equipment, the HQ's grid went down. When it came back up, a number of systems blew out. It caused chaos. Why wasn't he forced to get the computer fixed? He has a lot of visitors and likes the secrecy. That Pula wasn't in any rush. He smooth-talked his way out of it. If Henry went through the HQ to get to the council building, why didn't he show up on the HQ logs? The nightmare computer at the entrance to the HQ didn't log Henry entering the HQ. What is this, Rahat? The logs contradict your report. What do you want me to say? I don't know how those things work. Maybe there was a malfunction. Maybe he found a way to slip past. Does that seem likely? Stop asking me to do your job. When you found Henry, did you see a bloody bottle lying around? Despacito Vorpadomo. What bottle? There wasn't any bottle. Why are you wasting time? You saw nothing to suggest the blood in Henry's stomach had been administered artificially? Of course not. Stop dragging this out with stupid theories. Did you see Yuri last night? You're making me mad, nanomachines. Who cares what his ally is? The murderer is in this cage. Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst? No, I didn't, nanomachines. During Henry's exorcism 10 years ago, you left Grace Bloodlines alone with him. Why are we talking about this, nanomachines? How does this relate to the council murder? That's what I'm trying to find out. Yes, I made a mistake. This seems to be a pattern. Heat on the street. Is it hot? Should we get an air conditioner for the street? Heat on the street is that you're trying to expand the responsibilities of the marshals. You wanted to fold exorcism. I already talked to her about this. Sure would be helpful if a demonic threat killed our exorcist. I should kill you for that accusation. What can you tell me about the demonic sigils that were on Grace's body? The same is found on Henry's mother. I've been told they weren't. Rena Division's sigils were scorched on her by sustained close proximity to Henry. Grace's were carved into her flesh. Got any proof? No solid proof, just a good bit of testimony. Were you carrying a blade when you arrested Henry? Of course, I always carry my sword and a combat knife. Did you find a blade on Henry when you arrested him, or after he had killed Grace? No. So how did the sigils get carved into her body? No idea, nanomachines. Demons? I guess Nene sounds like something you would call your mother, right? Thanks for the insight. Tell me about the message you got from Carmelina on the day of Henry's exorcism. What message? Carmelina sent you a message telling you to leave Grace alone with Henry. No, she didn't. I have a copy of the message right here. Someone's giving you false evidence, nanomachines. Oh, Neno? Neno, not Nene. The architect was there that day, but she didn't tell me to do anything. She doesn't have authority over me. Then why did you step out of the room? I considered the scene and prisoner secure. I needed to make sure that the architect was safe. Corrupted areas are full of danger. Why did you confiscate the photo of Grace Bloodline's neck from Doomjazz after the examination? She was murdered by someone possessed by a demon. Anything related to demonic possession is classified. Is that standard procedure, or just for evidence that doesn't tie into the official story? Standard procedure. You think you're really smart and clever with your snide insinuations, but you're not. You're wrong. Did you see the architect last night? No. Did you see Sam and Lydia last night? No. Did you see Witness? He was at his apartment. Okay. Got a minute. You're going to die. Humor me. Sanaiba Bray? Why did you become a soldier? What is this? What are you doing? I'm trying to raise your affection meter. Do you even know what kind of game this is? Trying to get to know you. Listen, nanomachines, I'm waiting to execute this Labagui, not have a therapy session. Akiko, this is my favorite shop on the Citadel. What is this, respect? You repelled the 19th sequence invasion. I just want to know about your military background. Surely that's not too much to ask. Bine, a seat of Famindeskima Cosmar. My parents died in the wars when I was 9. I was orphaned into the army of New Knight. I became a child soldier, mastering guerrilla warfare. At 13, I led an insurgency through my home country to push your lover, Damned Harmony, out of my country. You were deceived by him, and nearly allowed him to destroy the Syndicate. I read the paper. That's how. No, somebody told me, maybe? I don't know. Now here I am talking to you and wishing I was dead. Do you like killing? I'm not a murderer. I'm a soldier. I didn't say murder. Killing and murder are different. That's the first intelligent thing out of your mouth, nanomachines. A soldier has a job to do. We disconnect from life and become blades. Did you ever play Danganronpa 2? It was like that. We fight to give the world meaning. The world needs conflicts. Okay, now it's like Metal Gear Solid 4. What am I doing talking to you like this? Careful, Akiko, you almost opened up. Goodbye, nanomachines. Nanomachines. Is there something else? No, it's nothing. It's never nothing. I need your help. I need your help. All evidence is pointing to the fact that you are extremely guilty. No one has anything on Lydia and Sam. Surely the head of the military keeps an eye on people. Fine, nanomachines. I'm not one for gossiping. This is a time of crisis, so I'll tell you what we know. The God Justice Marshals. Keep up. My marshals have told me they've seen Lydia and Sam meeting in secret at the farm. Why the farm? Our tributaries Gabuni Nabai. That is your job, investigator. May your night be bright, and may you reach the moon. Okay, we already have that information.
Division.
So almost everything here, he's going to say, I don't know. We'll start with the alibis. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? course I saw her. She was supposed to execute me, right? I don't remember a fucking thing, but that's what was supposed to happen, right? Did you see the architect last night? Who? Did you see the doctor last night? How should I know? Did you see Liddy and Sam? Who are they? Did you see Witness to the End last night? Oh, I do know about that. Loads. I know so much. My mind is bursting with knowledge about whatever you're talking about. Fuck off. Know anything about demons besides me? No. Right. Come back up here. Did you go through the barracks last night? Why are you asking? The only statue of New Knight is in the barracks. Well, I guess I did then. Good investigating. You nailed it. Any fucking idea how that happened? What everyone is saying about what you did last night might be wrong. Some excitement, finally. Alright, let's talk about her murder, because I want the code. He has some kind of code to his apartment. What can you tell me about the murder of Grace Bloodlines? I killed her, didn't I? You were found guilty of it. Then why the fuck are we talking? You know I did it. Did you strangle her? That's what everyone says. No memory? Not a fucking thing. If I'm the suspect in so many crimes, I must be the bad guy, right? That's what I'm here to find out. You've got a locked safe in your apartment. Can I get into it? Get fucked. Wait, so how am I supposed to get in? Maybe once I date him again, I'll be able to probe him for the number. Did you experience a comms blackout, on your cell phone? Did you see Yuri last night? Who is that? Did you kill the marshals? Yes. No. If you say so. No memory? Begin to get the hint? I thought I'd be getting a little bit more from him. Did you go through the second holy seal? The what? Did you go to a plateau on barely known planet in space to get to the council last night? Can you even hear yourself? What the fuck does any of that mean? No memory? Getting to get it. Did you go through the bloodlock in the council building? What does the one on armor say? Akiko? That you killed the council, so you went through all the holy seals. There you go then. No memory? Uh-huh. I found your blood on the lock. That puts you at the scene. Then why are you asking me? Do you know anything about your father? What do you think? He wasn't around when I was born. Did your mother know him? I think so. She'd never talk about him. I think she loved him. She was scared of talking about him. Find my father. Do you know the name Aiz Kiwami? Never heard of him. Is he my dad? Looks like it. Is he a good man? Took his own life a few years ago. I'm sorry. Fucking perfect. At least he doesn't know what his son did. Allegedly did. What fucking ever. Fourth holy seal? What is that? One of the uninterested. Get with the program. I have no memory. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Not even if I'd offer you a shoulder massage? What is it like living as a citizen on the islands? Just swell. Non-stop praying and working. You were in school when you were possessed. We all get an education. Most of us don't need it. We're just going to be put to work down in the caverns. Some get cushy office jobs, but the rest of us slave away. Maybe you fucks would resurrect your gods faster if any of us gave a shit. Kidnapping and enslaving people really isn't the way to get a crowd enthused about the prospect of reviving monsters from the other side of the cosmos. This is a slight flaw in our grand plan, isn't it? Whatever. I'm probing. Nope. No probing. Prober, no probing. Did I get anything new to talk to her about from the stuff that I said to him just now? No. So I did not get a code from him to use. I should probably go talk to the architect again. I should go look behind the planter in the council building again. There's a secret bunker somewhere in the dead zone. I could talk to Lydia and Sam again. Oh, logs on the Paradise Gate. Okay, have I not been to Paradise Gate? Let's go to Paradise Gate. Wherever that is. Down here. Travel from this location is free. Interesting. Electronically locked by something over there? Oh, well, that's a little bit of death. Just check again. Anything else other than that heart? Ooh, there's a couple on this island. But there's no... Oh, I'll be able to climb over once I unlock that. Okay. Wherever these telephone poles go. Telephone. Okay, that did it. What are your tire tracks doing up on the cliff overlooking the obelisks? Why do you want to know? They hold the secret to the second holy seal, and I found tire tracks putting you there. Elsie, I go all over the island. It's a nice view there. So you didn't go there to access the obelisks? Nope. Know anything about a wireless remote access from the cliff where your tire tracks are? Why would I know about that? A bunch of evidence is stacking up. I mean, a bunch of coincidences and circumstantial evidence. Coexistences don't side, and circumstantial evidence is often just missing an extra bit of context. Why don't you come at me when you've got that context instead of bullshit? Let's go for a drive. How are things with you and Sam? Same as it ever was. It's a good thing, by the way. We're happy together. You two always were the perfect couple. Why'd you ask? Oh, not many people experience a relationship with the burden of immortality. You have to be thoughtful and considerate. The most important thing is being relaxed. Eternity's a long time. Statistically, you're both going to make mistakes and hurt each other. That can't be helped. On the other hand, you have forever to patch it up and make it right. What about you? You looking back in the dating game? It's hard when the dating pool is so small, and I have to date people 2 times, sometimes 3, before I can probe them. Do a doom jazz and get some citizen hookups going on. Fresh crop on the next island. Speaking of which, you could always swing by DJ's yacht again. The thought did cross my mind. Sleeping with a suspect in a mass murder? That's my girl. Drop me off at Judge. And I'll just put you down for everything. Rack this up nice and quick. Stop you from giving me a hard time permanently. Exile made you grumpy. This has been fun. Drop you over the beach. Bang! Up. Something you want to tell me? We're tight, right? I can tell you something? Everything's on the record, but I'll use some discretion. Me and Sammy didn't kill the council, but we aren't happy. We want out. The council wouldn't let us leave, though. What do you mean? Me and Sammy are done with this life. These small islands, immortality, waking the gods. I want to travel the world, the real world. Sammy wants to make whiskey with any ingredient, not just what Dead Nebula grows. But Montserrat and the council said no. Once you're in the syndicate, you're in the syndicate. I'm telling you because other people know, and they'll spread the secret. Nobody's actually told us that yet. But killing them wouldn't help us. The next leader wouldn't let us get out either. Still sounds like a motive. May your specter gaze upon a star. May you reach the moon. Oh, I wanted that phone. As I hop on the phone right next to her. Go, would you mind